Instead of you being in $600 profit, you're now in like, let's say $100, $150. Bro, you've blown the account. Trailing drawdown. We have a problem with trailing drawdown. Trailing drawdown, 5% from your highest equity. What? On this one right now. In order for you to get started, all you have to do is, number one, you need to get glued to the Twitter space. What is going on, guys? It's Specs, and I'm back at it again. Right now, a lot of people have been asking me this question. Review Maven prop firm, review Maven prop firm. Now, this is the review that has been highly anticipated by a lot of traders. Now, if I'm to make a guess, the reason why you guys are asking me is because it is one of the cheapest prop firm in the industry, most affordable for every single person that is trying to get funded. Now, I'm going to be breaking down every single thing you need to know about this prop firm, the good, the bad, the ugly, and of course, I'm going to be dissecting the advantage and the disadvantage of this prop firm. Also, I tend to understand that this prop firm has funded over 60,000 traders. They have 60,000 traders, as we can see it right on the screen. Also, they have the highest payout right now, which is $55,000 in payout for one person. That's mind-blowing, isn't it? That's over 100 million naira. Let us look at what they have to offer, the advantages, the disadvantages, and what their rules looks like. And I'm going to be telling you if this is actually good for you as a trader or not. If you're a swing trader, if you're a day trader, you got to listen to this because Maven might work for you and it might not work for you. So pay attention. Let us dive right in. Heading straight up to choosing a challenge, just like we want to buy it. Now, what are we looking out for? It is very simple to understand this. Empower your trading. Choose your account, funds it straight up. Now, they have three forms, which is the step 1, step 2, and step 3. We're going to be starting with the $2,000 account, which we're seeing here. $2,000 is worth $15. We have the 2-step, which is worth $19, and the 3-step, which is $13. Of course, the 3 steps is going to be the cheapest because it's going to stress you more. And of course, it is refundable. No problem. Now, like I said, we're going to be reviewing everything we can see on screen, and I'm going to be telling you some rules that are very, very important. So you tend to avoid or you go for it if it works for you. Now, the 2 steps is the most used one, which is $19 right now, and it has MT5. Previously, like 2 months or 3 months ago, they don't have MT5, and it is one of the things that is actually holding them back from scaling massively because lots of traders are used to using MT5, including myself. Now, if we are looking at this, let us see the rules that they have below right here. Now, we're going with the 2 steps, so every single rule I'm going to be dissecting, but now 2-step rule is you need the profit target of 8%, 5%, which is normal. That is the regular one. Now, the first one is you're going to be making $160, and the second one you're going to be making $100. Now, what is the drawdown? This is why something gets fishy. This is where something gets fishy. Drawdown is 8%. Now, the 8% is actually not a standard in the industry right now. What do I mean by that? It means that the standard for drawdown overall is 10%, but this one has lower. But of course, it is quite reasonable for the fee, so let us ride on. Now, drawdown 8%, which is $160, which means they're giving you like a 1-to-1. You have to make $8 from, you have to make 8% from 8%. Not bad. Daily drawdown 4%. All right, so for this one, the daily drawdown is 4%, which regularly usually be 5%. So, like I said, if you get lesser prop firm, make sure you look out for the rules because the rules might struggle. Nevertheless, we move on. The maximum trading days is infinite, which means you can trade till thy kingdom comes, like even till God comes, even when you hear right. Now, overall drawdown is static drawdown, which is 8%. Now, my question is, static drawdown and balance-based drawdown, what is the difference? We're going to be looking at this in the daily drawdown. Now, the daily drawdown is equity-based, bro. I'm going to be explaining this equity base, so stick around in this video because, bro, if you don't understand this equity base, you have a problem if you get this prop firm. If you don't understand equity based drawdown, you're going to have big problem. So stick around this video. I'm going to be explaining it, of course. But static drawdown, let us dive into it. Static drawdown is seen as balance-based drawdown as well because what's the word static? Static is one place. Balance place is one base, which means that anything that you start with for the day, that is where your drawdown is going to start from. For the day, as long as every trade has been closed, you're going to start, your drawdown is going to start reading from that actual balance you started with for the day. But equity kind of is different. So stick around, I got you. Now, minimum profit split, 80%. It is normal in the industry. Minimum trading days, 0, which means you can get the account today, you can pass the phase 1, you can pass the phase 2, and you can get funded in a single day. That's insane. Now, payout frequency. This is the part that I like the most, right? This is the part that I like the most. It says 10 business days. Now, this 10 business days is not just immediately you get funded 10 business days. No, you need to make a profit. Now, if you're in profit, let's say you make let us say you have a 10K account and you make profit of $100, 10 business days after that profit has been closed. You make the profit today, you're not going to start from today to count. You're going to start from tomorrow, and tomorrow must be a business day. What are business days? Business days is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Not Saturday, not Sunday, another Monday, Tuesday. So basically 2 weeks. So you can withdraw after 2 weeks. But with other program, it is bi-weekly, which is still the same thing. That's the thing. You have to be smart. It's still the same thing at the end of the day. So you just have to look at it rightly. Now that is exactly what they have. Then let us look at the special features: weekend holding, swap free, and unique buyback feature. Wow. Now, what is weekend holding? A lot of traders are going to find this difficult to understand because they don't really like holding trades when they're trying to trade with prop firm. But according to Maven, it says Maven weekend holding is allowed, which means you can hold the trade on Friday and still see it either in profit or in loss, anyone, but it's not going to be closed. And they say swap free, which means if you hold that trade, because for every other prop firm, they usually charge you for the amount of days you hold overnight. So, but this one is saying swap free, which means if you hold it for like 2 weeks straight up, there's not going to be any charges. Now, unique buyback feature, I'm going to be explaining it in this video as well. So in case of you lose something, you can get something back. So stay around. I'm going to be explaining it for sure. Now, this is the normal two-step evaluation process. That is something you're going to be getting for what? $2,000 account for $19. Wow, $19 for 2K. That is mind-blowing. So let us go into the 10K straight up and let us use the one step. The 3-step, you obviously are going to check it out yourself. You're going to see how explicit it looks. Now, for the 1-step, we're going to be seeing $38, which means you need to pass this challenge just once, only one challenge. But for the 2-step, you need to pass phase 1 and phase 2. But for this 1-step, you need to pass only phase 1. That is how simple it is. Now, what are we looking out for? Of course, it's going to be March. It's going to be MT5. March trader can be selected as well, but then I'm going to be picking MT5. Now, it's going to be costing me $38. Now, let us look at it. Because it is a 1-step, let us see what they have. Profit target is 8%. Once you get 8%, you're funded. That is how clean and easy it is. Now, but this has a choking point. A choking point. Trailing drawdown. Trailing drawdown. We have a problem with trailing drawdown. Trailing drawdown, 5% from your highest equity. What? What? Oh my God, bro. Hell no. The hell. Trailing drawdown, 5% from your highest equity. What does this mean? Bro, I'm going to be explaining this one right away. Your trailing drawdown, which means that let's say you start your account with $10,000 and now you're in profit with $1,000. Now, what is $1,000 compared to $10,000? That is about 10%, right? Now, okay, no, that is very high. Let us say 2%, you're in 2% profit. 2% profit is $200, right? Now, 2% profit, if you're there and then you have gone in profit a little bit, let us say you've gone in profit like 6%. 6% up. Remember, you need to make 8%, but you've gone in profit 6%, which means you're now in $600 in profit. But then something happens. You have a trailing drawdown. This is how it will affect you. If you eventually go down 5% from your initial highest equity in profit, if you go down 5%, you're done. You are done. Let me explain again. If you start going in profit and then you want to use one trade to make it all, which is 8% straight up, but then you have the market move in your favor till like $600. Remember, you need to make $800. Now, $600, you're in 6%. But then for some reason whatsoever, the market starts to pull back and it pulled back down minus 5%, which means it's pulled back down all the way down minus $500, and you're looking at your account, and now instead of you being in $600 profit, you're now in like, let's say $100, $150. Bro, you've blown the account. You're in profit, but the account is gone. It's crazy. That is something you need to understand. Whenever you say something this cheap, you gotta understand the rules. This is something you need to understand. Send this video to as many traders as possible, because bro, if you don't pay victim to this information, you're going to, oh, $38, 1%. Wow, I need to get it done, bro. What is the chance? What is the percentage that you're not going to have a drawdown? What is the chance you're not going to have a drawdown? And it says here from your highest equity, which means that you, like, as long as the market gets to $600, like 6%, that is the highest it has gone. You know, you can be in profit, and that's the highest it will ever go. The market now pulls back down. Let us say it wants to pull back down for a massive ascension. It pulls back down minus 5% from that 6%. Bro, you're done. You gotta listen, innit? Now the daily drawdown is 3%. This is intriguing. 3% daily drawdown for a profit target of 8%. Nah, bruh. You have to listen to this one. Maximum trading days infinity, okay? Overall drawdown, max drawdown, trailing 5%. Bro, it is still even trailing, not even balance base, and it's still 5%. They're finna choke you right here, bro. They're going to choke you. This one is going to choke you because these are unrealistic expectations. They're expecting us realistic traders to get. But of course, you can do it. But I will tell you, instead of going for this one, go for the two-step. Maven is a good prop firm, but you got to listen to the rules. If not, you're going to fall victim of it. And bro, looking at what I'm seeing here is inevitable. Compared to this Donald Trump regime, bro, nah. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Now, what is the special feature they have here? Weekend holding, swap free, unique buyback feature. It is the same thing as this one as well. So that is exactly what you need to understand from the one step and the two step, bro. Pay attention. Now, let us move into the instant. I'm not going to be here talking about 20K, 100K, 50K. It is the same thing with 10K. So that is why I went up, so you can understand that even from 2K, there is a difference. Now heading to the instant. We go to the instant. Let us see what is there. If the one step can be that choking, guess what? The instant is going to be an open slot for breaking the rules. Now, instant. We're still on 10K. $58 refundable if you can actually pass. Now, let us see what they have here. Minimum withdrawal is 3%. Bro. Hey, God. Immediately you get the account, they're already giving you drawdown limit. They're already giving you threshold. Like, minimum withdrawal is 3%, which means you must get 3%. And what is 3%? $300. If you don't get $300, you can't make any withdrawals, which is insane. Drilling, drawdown, bro, it's trailing. It's trailing. It's trailing. Why? Why is it trailing? But like I said, it is good for the fee. You gotta listen to this, fam. Now, drawdown trailing 3%, bro. Then the daily drawdown is 2%. And they want you to make 3%. How does this work? You have a daily drawdown of 2% and the minimum withdrawal is 3%. Like, bro, there's some programs that are designed to strangle and choke traders, but they're going to lure you in with small money. But then, like I said, it is a good prop firm, but you need to know what you're going for so you don't tend to miss out on the goodies. Instead, bro, you got to listen to this. Send this to as many traders as possible, because if they fall victim for this one, they're finished. Now, heading to this one, which it says here, the mini. Mini. Now to the mini. The mini is $44 compared to this is $58. But let us see if it is the same thing as the choking rules. They are just having a trademark, which is the best industry best pricing, bro. Industry pricing, really? Minimum withdrawal is 3%. Trailing drawdown 3%, which is the same thing here. Now consistency score, bro. They even have consistency rule. Consistency rule is even there, bro. Nah. Consistency rule is even there. Minimum trading hours. Bro, you can see you need to trade 24 hours. Nah, bro. I'm going to leave this one for you guys. This is a lot. This is a lot. Daily drawdown is 2% over equity. Imagine mathematical formula on just... Oh, my God. Mathematical formula just to calculate the drawdown, so they are going to choke you well. You're paying $44, of course, but do you think you're going to get $44 in profit and make it out? Never. alone, you need to even make 3% before you can get a withdrawal, which is over $300. And then they're giving you a 24 hours trading out, bro. Forget about this one. Forget about this one. This one is insane. These are the things that people are not going to tell you. They're going to, oh, Maven is good. Maven is good. Unless you go for this instant and this one step. The rest are good. But then these ones are finishing. So if you want to get any account with Maven, please go for the reasonable ones, because don't go luring for one step or instant. Those are what? Your Waterloo. Those are dead end. But right now, you're going to see that this 2-step has $44 here, which is reasonable. It's one of the best prices in the industry, ain't gonna lie. But then, if you look at the rules, does it abide to you? The only thing that I see that is not really right here is the 8% and the 5%. Now, coming into the equity, look at the equity. It says daily drawdown is balance over equity minus highest equity of the day. Damn. That's a lot. Damn. Let me explain. Now, look at this right here. It says here static drawdown, which is the overall drawdown, which is the overall one. But then the daily drawdown is the balance, which is what you started with, plus your equity, all right, minus the highest equity of the day. Like I explained, if you have like an equity of, let's say, the equity is like, bro, let's say the equity is about $600, and then that's the highest it has gone, bro. If your balance comes down, you're finished. If your balance, like the one in profit, comes down, that is the end. Minimum profit split is 80% normally, and minimum trading days is 0. Payout frequency 10 business days. Like I said, this 10 business days is still the same thing as bi-weekly payout, because there's nothing you want to tell me. You cannot request a withdrawal with other firm in weekends. You have to request those withdrawals in business days so they can process it rightly. So these are the things you need to know. Don't go for instant unless you're ready to be a mathematician while you're on a trade. Don't do that. The next thing you need to look out for, again, is very, very important. You need to look out for their one step. Don't do it. It's not wise. Don't use because of $38 and sabotage your future. It doesn't make any sense, fam. To me, anyway. This is a personal opinion, because every single thing that I do here is my own personal opinion. You can DYR, do your research, and it's going to make more sense to you. But then, like I said, if you follow the simple way, the most reasonable way, you can actually make more money using Maven by getting their account on 2 steps. And now, what are the advantages that they have right now? I'm going to be outlisting them because I've gotten them in my notebook already. So I'm going to be rolling in straight up. Now, the first one is they have good pricing, right? Like I said, their pricing is one of the best in the industry, ain't gonna lie. That's very, very good. Number 2 is the swap free. The swap free is going to be utilizable by swing traders. Now, if you're a swing trader, you might want to utilize this one. Why? Because the market is going to always be in your favor when you have swap free. Now, swap free means if you hold from today to tomorrow, next tomorrow, those overnight charges, they're not going to charge you, like they said. Now, the next one is they have fast payout. Like I said, 10 business days. That 10 business days, it is still the same thing as bi-weekly if you come to think of it. It is just normal wisdom. And another thing that they have that is very, very important, which is, now on Maven, you can have 2 payout method. Now, it's either you get the payout from Rise or crypto. But there is a major problem that people usually ask me, which is crypto. Like, they don't have a crypto wallet. They don't have a crypto. They don't have idea of crypto. Now, another thing I would sort out in this video is to give you an investment way on getting more money when you get a payout. Now, there is this conception that whenever I get a payout, I'm going to invest all the money into buying another challenge. Why did you then trade the previous one? Is it not to get a payout and then you're investing it into another account again? It is not really wise. You need to have this mathematical formula. This is what I call the perception of percentage. This is what you need to do. Every time you get a percentage of payout, like let's say you get an 80% profit split, then let's say it's $1,000. You need to have this. A 50% for a savings. Now, that is for rainy days. You need to have 20% for investment, which is something that can actually bring you good money. That is not what brought the money before. And then you need to have 20% for yourself and then 10% for external expenses. Now, this 20%, it is something you need to do. You need to make proper investment. Now, this is for my boys. If you guys understand this, you can actually 10x your money faster and easier. Now, let me give you the scope of something that I do and my team as well. If you want to make good money, you need to head on to Nomy Finance. Why? Because Nomy Finance is the platform that I use to actually get good crypto that could give us good moves in this bull run. Now, check out Bitcoin. Bitcoin is $110,000 right now. Imagine buying $200 worth of Bitcoin. You know, it's not going to make any sense. But imagine buying a crypto that is at 6 cents right now. With $200, you can buy 3,300 worth of it. Do you understand? So if you have 3,300 worth of this crypto, you can actually blow up when the crypto pumps. Now, there is this crypto that we're looking out for. It is just like, this is a snippet to it, because if you want to get more details on it, you might want to check out the link in the description, because there's a lot of information that is left for you right there. Now, this crypto right here is the Nomy token. Now, the Nomy token is a crypto that is at 0.6 cents right now. 0.6 cents means if you use $200 to buy, you can actually get 3,333 worth of this crypto. Now, imagine having 3,333 worth of Bitcoin right now. That's going to be mind-blowing, isn't it? But then you have to start small. Now, when you make this investment into this, you need to what? Do this one thing. And when you do it, it's going to boom up. Now, take this illustration, for example. Now, there is a crypto that we made the same investment in, which is known as Nexo. Nexo pumped to $3. Now, let us make a rough calculation. If you buy a crypto worth of $200 that is at 6 cents right now, you're going to be getting 3,333, right? But then what if it pumps to $3? You have to times that 3,333 times 3. That is over $10,000. Bro, you made an investment of $200. You're going to be making $10,000. But then look at the catch. You have to wait. That is something about crypto. Even in trading, you need to wait for your trades to hit take profit before you can make the money. But look at the idea. You invested $200 and now you're about to make $10,000. Your first 10K could actually come from crypto. This is something you're lacking on, and you don't want to miss out on anything on this one right now. In order for you to get started, all you have to do is, number one, you need to get glued to the Twitter space. Twitter is one of the most important platforms whenever you're dealing with crypto or even Forex. Now, crypto can actually change your life with just one tweet. If somebody very, very influential comes up and writes a tweet concerning a token on Twitter, it can skyrocket and make that crypto go to the next level. That is why you can use the link in the description to head on to Nomy Finance Twitter space. There you can get updates from a lot of high-end crypto enthusiasts. This way you can really, really be at point. And that way, once you get information, like they say, knowledge is power, and here, knowledge is money. The next thing you want to get onto is creating your own account with the website. You're going to be seeing the website right here, which we have a link in the description and in the comments. That way, you can get direct access to having your own personal login, and then you log it in and you start to use the platform. You can buy, you can earn, and you can also stake crypto and make good investments for yourself as the time goes. Trust me, you don't want to be in that position whereby you get profit and then you are buying a lot of challenges. Is the challenge you want to use to change your life? You need money, fam. Profit. And that is why I am telling you today to get your eyes into crypto. And Nomy token is one of the best right now. So make the right choice. Now, when you get this crypto, there is something else that we tend to do. And I'm going to be showing you right away, because in this space, you can actually stake that crypto. Now, let's say you use $200 and you get it, which you can even buy more, because the more you get, the more money you make. You stake it up. Now, I usually stake mine to 3 months, which you can stake your own more than that. But then 3 months is actually great. Looking at this process on my screen right now, you're going to see exactly how we stake it. And it is going to give you the opportunity to make great money from this. So the first thing you want to do is click the link in the description box or in the comment section to get the Nomy Finance website right in your screen. Now, the first thing you want to do after that is you want to log in. Now, I've gotten my own account already, and I want to show you a demonstrative way how we buy the token. Now, buying the token is very easy, and you can also stake it right there. And I'm going to be showing you every single thing in details right now. So now, once you get to this spot, you're going to be seeing your account balance right at the top. If you've not funded it, you need to fund it. And all you have to do is simple. Once you've gotten some money right there, above $100, which I would recommend if you want to make some serious investment, make it at least $500 to $1,000. Now, we are going to be buying the token. Now, the first thing you want to do is you head on to Nomy. Like, you scroll down, you press the deposit. Now, in this deposit section, it is so easy that you just have to click this Nomy right here and then search for the crypto you want to use to buy. I'm going to be using USDT. I think I have over $3,000 there. Now, we have $3,455 worth of USDT right there. So I'm going to be using 1,005 to buy using USDT. So now, press 15, not 15,000, 15. So 15, and we're looking good. The minimum deposit to purchase this is $100. Remember what I said? I said this token is 0.6 cents. Using 1,500 to buy 0.6 cents, this is a lot. And I know the amount of money I'm going to be getting from this is going to be huge. But this is not all. Once I purchase it, I want to go to the monthly interest. I'll click on it so I can select the interest rate that I want. I want 3 months. I click on the 3 months and I press continue. Now, look at it. Initial amount 1,500 USDT. And then deposit amount is 25,000 NOM, which is what I'm going to be getting. Interest rate is 6. As you can see it right here, the periodic is 3 months. And I'm going to be getting this at September 9th, 2025. Of course, that's 3 months. Now I agree and then I create. Patiently wait. And now, request sent. The fixed deposit request has been submitted and is now pending approval. Your Nomy airdrop code is this. Great. Once you're done with this process, then before it was showing 0, we're going to go back to search if it is going to still show 0. Then now you can see it right there. We have 25,000 Nomy. Now, this is looking good. This is an investment point that you need to understand. After the next 3 months, there is going to be a massive, huge return. Once you're done making the stakes, you have to understand that the return on investment is going to be wild because you can gain from up to 14% to 172.5 APY, depending on what you invested in and the duration you take. Bro, there is a huge chance for you to make good money in this bull run. And let me give you something. What if you don't have enough money, but you want to invest and you want to make good money as well? You can sign in for their airdrop. Airdrop is massive because airdrop is a very easy way to actually make money with them. Now, you can use this information to do whatsoever you like, but then if you are the type of trader that want to make good investment at the end of the day and make good money by having a good risk to reward, you understand the game, join the Telegram community. The Telegram community is where you tend to have updates and also information, and also you tend to gain part of their airdrops. They have up to $54 million worth of airdrops dropping in the Telegram community. So you don't want to waste time on this one because at the end of the day, we want to be profitable. We want to make money. We want to buy that Lamborghini. We want to make our mama proud. You can do it, but then you need a lot of streams. And these lots of streams have to still come from your trading. So if you make money from trading, don't just buy another account. Make good investments. That way it is going to make more sense. You're going to be making more money at the end of the day. So all I'm going to tell you right now is the link in description is going to grant you every single thing you need. And also you can check the comments because I pinned some there, and it is going to be important you make good investments right today. So you don't miss out on any bull run information, and I'm going to see you in making good profit. Now on to the next one. You need to understand that the customer support is very, very fast. They have a fast customer support because the fast customer support is going to help you, and yeah, it's going to make things better for you. So if you have any problems, if you run into issues, you can actually reach out to the support and they're going to get to you ASAP. Now, if you're a USA trader, if you're based in the US and then you have problem with prop firms, you might want to check them out because it's going to be very, very important you use something that is working in your country so you don't have any issue. And then the buyback feature. The buyback feature is something that you can use because if you get funded with them eventually and then you blow their account, let us say you breach a rule, the account is not blown, but you breach the rule, what happens? You can buy it back. Bro, but the buyback feature is a lot of money. If you want to buy back a 10K account, the last time I checked, it is over $6,000. To buy back the account is over $6,000. Is really, really wild. If you want to buy back an account, it is over $6,000. This buyback feature is great, but then it is very, 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 very expensive. So you might want to pay attention to that. If you want to get it, just search the buyback feature of Maven. You're going to get it again. On to the disadvantages. Now, number one is there is no standard overall drawdown, which is the 0%. That's the 10%, I mean. And the daily drawdown is 4% instead of 5%. So now the next thing you need to look out for is the news rule. The news rule is mind-blowing. All right. Speaking about news, CPI is coming up in the next few minutes, which I'm actually expecting Euro USD to buy. I don't know, but then that is not something we're talking about right now. Now, the thing you need to look out for is you need to understand that if you open a trade 2 minutes before the news, you're finished. If you close the trade 2 minutes after the news, you're still finished because there is no mercy. You're going to lose the entire account. If it is like that, you're going to lose the entire account. Now, another thing is they have mostly equity-based drawdowns and not balance-based drawdowns. Like I explained, equity-based is one of the most riskiest things. Now, let me properly explain an equity-based. Like I said, if you have a 10K account and you're in profit like 7%, not up to 8%, and then you have a trailing drawdown, let's say the drawdown comes down minus 5% for that trade, you're finished. The account is gone. The account is gone. So you don't want to put yourself in such position. You cannot predict if the market is going to pull back here or it's not going to pull back here. Don't put yourself into stress. You understand? The next thing is they have high spreads when it comes to volatile market. Like I said, CPI is coming up. If you want to trade it as a scalper, bro, you're going to be choked up because of you want to enter very early with the lowest of lots, with the lowest of spread, so you can maximize it. But then when there is high volatility, it is not good enough for you. And again, is you cannot really scale the account. Scaling the account, which means like if you have multiple accounts, you want to add them, you cannot do that. You have to apply for it and they're going to look into your case specially. And then the payout time, is quite reasonable, like I said, 10 days. And also good. So the question is it good for you to trade with or it is not good for you to trade with? Now, if you're a swing trader, because of the swap free, I would recommend you use it. All right. But if you're a day trader, perfect for you. But do not make the mistake to get the instant or the one step. Make sure you stick around with the 2-step and you're good to go. The next thing you need to look out for is you can work with it as a scalper, but bro, not when there is news. So if you have the good information for this, all you have to do is use the link in the description and grab yourself a Maven account. You're going to be getting a whopping good deal. If you get a Maven account, like I said, I will tell you to get the 2-step. That way you can have a huge chance to utilize yourself and explore why you're called a trader. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. If you want any review on any prop firm again, let me know in the comment section because I'm going to be cooking and letting you guys know how the thing goes. Of course, I am Pegs and yeah, turn on the post notification, subscribe, and let's get it going. Peace. I'm going to see you in the next one. Let's get it.